Everyone, I'm JoAnn Wong. This is my interview for Occhi magazine for film director. Okay, let's get started. Was there a particular event or time that you decided you wanted to be a filmmaker? Actually, when I was younger, I wanted to become an actress. I love performing. Performing was my passion. I got selected for school plays, I was in the choir, and I know at that particular moment I wanted to become an actress. So at the age of 14, I got my first taste performing live on stage. I got selected for a solo to perform at the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World in Florida. And oh my God, was an experience I'll never forget. When I walked on that stage, when I performed my heart out to the crowd, I knew at that particular moment performing was my passion, and I knew I wanted to become an actress. At the age of 18, I got my first camcorder, and that camcorder was never out of my sight. On family vacations and holidays and at parties with family and friends, I shoot everything in sight. And that's when I started creating my short films. I write, direct, and edit. And I was also the DP. And at that particular moment, I knew I wanted to become a filmmaker. In creating films, is it more of a challenge to begin filming or keep it going? I believe it's the first of filming because before when you film, you have to create your own story. Then after creating your stories, when you begin casting, then after casting, you got your crew members. Then after your crew members, then gotta do your budgeting. You had to go through all those stages, before you shoot your film. So I do believe that it's filming before than rather, shooting it straight. What has been your most positive experience in filmmaking? My positive filmmaking is definitely the cast and the crew that I meet on several projects. Because in filmmaking, basically we're like a big happy family. So when I meet the cast, when I meet my crew, and when I meet everybody's like so much alive, when they're on sets, and that's just like the most positive things, and also if someone feels discouraged on set, I usually talk to my actors, my crew members to kind of like pump them up, and they feel so much better, and they'll say thank you for me, because I'm just like a bubbly person. They feel much happier if they have someone as a leader, and being a director, you're like a leader and also the first AD, so you really have to pump up your team, and to me, I think that's the most positive, feeling when you're working on a film set. You're also an actress, producer, editor, and writer. Does wearing several hats present a challenge in directing a movie? Actually, I believe that it's not that difficult, even though I'm wearing like different hats, as producer, director, writer, and actress, but come to think of it, because like when you're a creator, you write, you direct, you edit, of course there are times it's very difficult, but when you know what story you have in place, and let's say, that I'm acting my own film or maybe my own skit, you have your story in hand, you have your actors in hand, and then You have your editor in hand, which is me. It's much easier that way, because it's kind of like a very simple short story, but basically it's like one person. So at that point, it's really easy to wear different hats. But if I'm working on a independent film shoot, then it's quite difficult, because as a director, you have to talk to your first AD, you got to talk to your writer, then you talk to your editor, So if I'm working on a different setting, especially for independent film, it's quite difficult. Do you have any personal skills that draw from to use as a director? Actually, it does, because I love making my own videos on YouTube. Right now, I'm starting to vlog a lot, and at that particular moment when Vine was still alive, I love to make my 6-second videos on Vine, and I usually direct and edit and be my own actor and my own little skits, so that's when I use my own personal use as a director when I do my Vine videos. You mentioned you make movies on both sides of the pond. How does location influence how and what you make? An opportunity arises, I go back to America, and that is when I collaborate, with other filmmakers in Los Angeles and New York and Orlando. What are the qualities you look for in storytelling? My biggest quality in filmmaking is being original. Are there any films that inspire and influence you? Wow, that's a good question. I love a lot of films. I love Schindler's List. I love The King's Speech. I love Terminator. I love Aliens. I love Predator. The Girl on the Train. Harry Potter. There's so many different genres of films that I love. But actually, I love fantasy stories. I love thrillers. I love action, especially the movie Twister. I love Twister. I just love, people always on the move and on the go, action, and also Transformers. I have to admit, I do love Transformers, because even though when Michael Bay, when he directs his films, he's a really good director. I mean, I do love Steven Spielberg. Steven is my director. But when Michael Bay, when he directs his film on Transformers, it so much comes out alive, the actors are on stage, and, they're actually performing, and they're actually doing their stunts. So I really want to become more like a director, to do a lot of action stunts and kind of make the audience go, wow, wow, how did they do that, I just want to get the audience on their feet. Many filmmakers complain of remakes. They want an original story. Is there anything in cinema that you dislike? Is this something you try to avoid in your filmmaking? Definitely. Don't do any remakes, especially when I love the film Poltergeist. Oh my god. When I saw the remake of Poltergeist, it was the worst movie I ever seen. Why do you have to do a remake of Poltergeist? Poltergeist was original. I love the original cast, and I love the original story, and I love the original director. Why do you have to do a remake of Poltergeist? I don't like remakes. I just like the way it was, just being original. People demand more from films. If there is one thing you believe would make the film industry better in storytelling, what would it be? Just being yourself, be original. Create your own stories. Don't use other people's stories. I mean, you can use other people's story just to inspire you, but just be original. This is what I believe in filmmaking, because you are the creator. Are you working on any current projects that you can share with us? At the moment, I'm in Orlando, Florida. I'm doing a vlog for my YouTube channel. Actually filming at Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, and SeaWorld. So wherever I go, I record everything. So basically, it's just like a travel vlog, just have people have an opportunity to see what my experience is when I travel. What are your goals for your film career? Basically my goals is to become a film director for like motion picture films. But as you know, in filmmaking, you have to go through so many steps. So my dream is to maybe become a third AD, second AD, or first AD for a motion picture film and television, and make your way up there. So hopefully one day I can become a film director, work on big budget films, but I'll be very happy if I'm just like, a first AD or, an assistant editor. I'm pretty happy with that because you're working for a very good film company, and, I'll be happy for that. What do you love to do in your spare time between film projects? Basically I like to ride my bike, I like to read my book, I love to travel with family and friends, but of course when I travel, I've always had my camcorder with me, so I guess filmmaking is 24/7 with me, but I'm happy with that. So what's next for you? That is a good question. Actually, I'll be creating a promo for Kate Marie Davis' Show or Share Day. And then I'll be producing and directing for a independent feature film called Magic is Murder. And I'm really excited for my upcoming projects. I'm JoAnn Wong. You have been watching an Occhi interview. Love it, guys.
To make some noise for King Louie and Blue! Yeah, there you go, fellas. And of course, we can't go anywhere without these two cool California cowboys. I want you to make some noise for Woody and Jesse! Oh, there you go. And of course, no party is not complete without these two cool brothers. I want you guys to show your love for Phineas and Ferb! Oh, there you go. I wonder who else is here. Alright, now guys, real quick, now that we know who's here, what I want everybody to do is I want you to take that smartphone, take that camera, and I want you to turn it backwards for me real quick. And I want you to take a really good selfie, and I mean a good one. And when you do, upload it on your Instagram and Twitter and leave the hashtag moving, shake it, pics. Trust me, you're gonna find